You've been putting in the work. Every day, for months, you show up. You stick to the routine, you maintain the discipline, and you push yourself to the edge of your limits. But when you look for the results, you find stagnation. Human intuition suggests that progress functions like a transaction. We assume that a single unit of effort should yield a single unit of visible improvement. Biological reality follows a different map. We expect a linear 45-degree upward slope. In practice, progress remains dragged along a flat baseline before an explosive curve. This negative space between expectation and flat reality is the valley of disappointment, where most people quit. This plateau raises a difficult question. If the effort isn't producing an external result, where exactly is that energy going? If you are currently standing in that valley, subscribe to MindUnlock. We provide the research necessary to survive your next plateau. We often equate a lack of output with a lack of learning. We assume that a silent brain is an idle one. To find the truth, we have to look past motivational theories and examine the hard neurology and linguistics of this delay. High-level mastery requires an understanding of why the brain actively defends against premature performance. Linguist Stephen Krashen investigated this phenomenon within second language acquisition, observing how teenage learners navigate new skills. His research identified a biological stage known as the silent period. During this phase, learners absorb vast information while completely unable to produce spoken language. The human brain categorizes learning into two distinct phases: receptive skills and productive skills. Mastery of the former, gathering comprehensible input, must be established before the latter can begin. This silence masks an enormous cognitive load. Beneath the surface, the brain is mapping new patterns and physically rewiring its neural pathways. During this window, the brain prioritizes the construction of a deep neurological foundation over the delivery of shallow external results. Most of us are conditioned to seek immediate feedback. We chase the dopamine hit that comes from a visible win or a measurable metric. Attempting to force an output before the brain has finished this internal accumulation creates intense psychological stress. This stress triggers a mechanism Krashen called the affective filter. As visualized here, the filter acts as a psychological wall that prevents new data from reaching the brain's learning centers, effectively halting progress. This mechanism is particularly aggressive in adults and teenagers. By overanalyzing their lack of immediate success, they create a state of cognitive overload that keeps the filter locked in place. Because this filter is powered by the anxiety of the performance gap, bypassing it requires a shift in focus. By intentionally ignoring visible metrics and scoreboard pressure, learners can lower the filter and allow the brain's rewiring to complete in a low-stress environment. This strategy is known as dopamine detachment. To frame this difficult silent phase, we can look to the ancient Vedic concept of tapa. Tapa represents the heat, friction, and intentional discomfort necessary for any transformation. Raw clay begins as something soft and easily broken. It only becomes a vessel capable of holding weight after being placed in the dark, silent intensity of a kiln. This resultless void serves as the kiln, providing the exact friction required to harden raw potential into mastery. A moment of wonder. Water heated to 99 degrees looks identical to cold water. It is only when that final degree of energy is added that the liquid instantly and violently changes states. If the silent period is respected, the skill eventually emerges with absolute authority, appearing spontaneously once the internal work is finished. If you are in the middle of your kiln, comment with the word tapa below. Commit to surviving your silent phase. End the demand for immediate proof. Master the wait. Trust the accumulation.